Game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here's Mahomes to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey. 4 down. Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Spread right, spread right, spread right.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Marshall Yanda. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go, let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Bortles. Hard throw, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent, that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Green 39. Green 39.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this throw will be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Bortles. Flush to his right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cole. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Here we go. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Bortles. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On play action, it's Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hank. 372.
They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Omaha. 380.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. A 3rd field goal of the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Omaha. 11.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now it's Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Mahomes to throw on second down. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Barry Church. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cole. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Here we go. Green, 90.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook. And even 50 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Bortles to throw on second down. That's going to be caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will extend this big lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second down, here's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Fournette. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Bortles now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Punch right, punch right, punch right.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars continue to roll.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. A good pickup there, a 22.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run again with Hunt. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90. Slow.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
3 down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Mario Addison in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, it's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Check.
Here's Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Here's Bortles to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14.
Slow. Z.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of any.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking at your plays. Oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting here.
0.
They'll run. This is Hunt. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go now.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Here we go.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey.
Now Bortles on the bootleg. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Paul. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And they will take a knee here. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.